Hello everyone, I am starting this kind of day in the life vlog in our hotel room. It's a Hampton Inn and Suites near the Minneapolis airport, but I'm filming this video on Sunday, December 12th, 2021. And the purpose of this video, this idea came to me this morning, is to kind of show you the process of what it's like when we come back from a trip, and specifically what is my process for organizing the footage that I took on the trip so that I can make it into videos for you on my channel. I thought that might be something that many of you might be interested in, to see that process and see like what all is involved in taking what we experienced on a trip and turning it into videos for my channel. There's a lot more to it than you think there is. And I'm using this trip, since this was just a one-night quick getaway, because it's small and it'll be easy to show you and explain. If I tried to do this video with, I could, but I'm not going to. If I tried to do this video with a big trip, like when we go to Disney next month, that's so much. A year and a half ago, Ben and I made a video about the video creation process, and I will link that right up here. And I think I showed you just briefly the amount of video clips I had from the most recent trip we made at the time we made that video, which I think was our trip to Mackinac Island. So that was a 4-night trip, I think, 3 or 4 night trip. So again, on the shorter side. And you can go back and see how much video footage I had just from that. Come along with me today while I kind of show you the process of coming home from a trip and what we do and what that process is like to get videos made for you. Okay, first of all, we're almost all packed up. We just have a couple things to put in our suitcase. Megan was starving because we realized she hardly ate anything yesterday. She got her COVID vaccine booster, so her 3rd shot, on Friday. And she had a really rough night Friday night. She had fever and chills, and she actually vomited. So I don't think you had anything. Was that the worst of your 3 shots, Meg? Yeah, that was the worst for her of her 3 shots. My mom, my dad, and I don't really have any kind of side effects to speak of from our booster shots, and all of us got the Pfizer. The only one in our family that got anything different from the Pfizer was Andrew got the Moderna, and he got his booster on Friday as well. And when I checked in with him yesterday on Saturday, he said he felt fine. But anyway, because Megan had been sick in the night, she didn't have much of an appetite on yesterday, and so she ate very little yesterday. And when we were in bed going to sleep last night, she suddenly realized that she was starving. She asked if we could get breakfast this morning. Well, it's like 10 o'clock now, and we're leaving and going home, and my plan is to pick up lunch on the way home and take it home and then eat right away when we get home, because it'll be lunchtime. I don't really feel comfortable right now, especially because cases in Minnesota here are very, very bad right now. The numbers here in Minnesota are actually even a little bit worse than they are in Wisconsin. The positivity rate is like, 13% or something, and you want it to be less than 4. And there's a lot of cases here in Minnesota right now, and their hospitals are very full. It's bad in Wisconsin too, but it's even worse right now in Minnesota. So I didn't want us eating down in the breakfast area of the lobby or anything. So I said, go down, put your mask on, go downstairs, see if you can just grab something and bring it back up. So she did that, and she said there were a few people at the tables, but not really people. Well, I don't know, breakfast probably ends soon, don't you think?
I actually thought it had already ended because there was a staff member standing near the breakfast area, and I couldn't tell what she was doing at first. Then I realized she was just emptying the trash.
Oh, okay.
But still, that was kind of I better hurry up. And everything looked all neat and clean and stuff, so I'm like, oh crap. So I just went in quick, grabbed my stuff. And then the only other person in there was a guy who got some juice after me.
So what did you grab?
I got Rice Krispie cereal with milk and some apple juice.
Okay.
I was going for some yogurt, but there wasn't a fridge area. It was just the liquid drinks in the pour out containers.
Oh.
You press the button and it comes out.
Okay, yeah, like a soda fountain-y kind of thing. Yeah.
There wasn't any fridge area. So
That's weird, because usually they do have a fridge with yogurt and hard-boiled eggs in it and stuff like that.
I wasn't looking. I don't know, but I didn't see one.
Yeah. Okay. Did you notice the waffle stuff set up? Yeah. Hampton Inns, if you're not aware, one of the things Megan really likes about them is they have the make your own waffle station. There's a few other hotels with free breakfast that have that too. But Megan, usually when we stay to Hampton Inn, she likes to make a waffle. But again, that would have involved her being down there for a while. And like she said, I think the breakfast time was over. And also sitting there and eating it probably instead of, she could have brought it back up here, I guess. But there's not really any place to sit in here. As you can see, she's standing over there eating her cereal at the counter. If you like waffles or you have people in your family that like waffles, Hampton Inn usually has, well, every Hampton Inn I've ever stayed in, they have a make your own waffle thing. So that's kind of nice. Okay, one thing, whenever you leave a hotel room, this is Megan's stuff sitting here. One thing that we always do, and that you should always do, is after you got everything packed up and ready to go, like we do, and even though we do this, somehow every once in a great while we do lose something. You need to go around and make sure you don't forget anything. Now, if you have little kids, see me looking in the bed? Little kids have things that are dear and near to them. Stuffed animals, special blankets. Make sure you don't leave one of those in the hotel bed because it'll get caught up in the laundry and you'll never find it. Although one time Andrew, when he was 3 years old, lost his favorite precious blankie in a bed at our hotel at Disney World, and they found it and they shipped it back to us. Oh. That was some really amazing housekeeping staff. Okay, so you just want to, and the one place to always check is the bathroom. You know, just look. Did we leave any of our stuff? Did we leave anything in here? You know, and just make sure you're not leaving anything behind. One other thing I wanted to say is you should always check out. I haven't done that for years. And then just recently I read an article on the Points Guy that it's really important that you always check out. Because I always think, okay, they already sent me my receipt. I know my bill is good. I'm just going to leave. You can do that. I mean, you can just, I don't even have a key. It's digital key on my phone. So we don't have any keys or anything. And you can always just leave those key cards in the room. I used to work at a hotel a long, long time ago. We go through those things. They just they demagnetize. We can manually make them so they don't work. After the time you check out, they're not going to work anymore. And they just reuse them. They just recycle them and reuse them. So they come in big, huge boxes. Tons of those plastic keys. You don't have to take them to the desk, but if they don't email you your receipt like they did for me, you may want to see that before you leave and make sure they didn't charge you something wrong. But otherwise, it also just helps housekeeping to know that you're gone. So if you can check out, either like sometimes you can check out on the hotel TV. Now I just tried to check out on the Hilton Honors app and it kept giving me an error. So I can't check out, but it's fine. But if you can, it can be a good idea to actually, you know, specifically let them know that you've checked out of the hotel when you leave. Because we parked so far away, I'm actually going to go get the car, and the kids are going to wait here with the luggage, so then we don't have to like drag it all through the snow. So I'm going to go get the car, and they're going to stay here.
think he was just like checking us or whatever to make sure we weren't like gonna
Abandoned?
Yeah, abandoned. And he just asked like, "Hey, are you guys waiting for a shuttle or what?" And I said, "No, our mom. She just went to pull the car up." And he was like, "Oh, okay," and walked away again. But
maybe he worked here?
I don't know. He was in plain clothes and it was eating breakfast in the breakfast area.
Oh.
And
maybe it was the shuttle driver?
oh, that could have been.
And thought that like you were waiting to get your to go to the airport, and he didn't realize somebody was waiting. That could be.
Yeah. Okay.
Right here on the right, you can see there's the sign for the Hampton Inn.
It's on the other side of it.
But the Springs Hill Suites is there. The Hampton Inn is right there. And now I'm going to get on the interstate. Now you do have to be careful here because if you aren't careful, like I need to get over right now, I'm going to go to the airport. You got to get over to the left. If I stayed in those right two lanes, I'd be going to the airport. But I'm not ready to do that quite yet. I'm doing that in a few weeks. Okay, why would low blood sugar make your fingers blue?
I don't know, but what other explanation is there?
Well, I still feel like it has to be oxygen content.
But I was breathing a lot yesterday. I never stopped breathing, and after I ate, they went back to normal. I also wonder if it may have been a little bit of cold.
That could be.
Because, like, if I don't have enough blood sugar, I don't know, my blood's gonna be working out. I feel like food has to contribute to the supply of
Because
blood.
you were starving?
Yeah. And it was also really, really cold in that hotel room. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know the science behind how blue fingernails work, but
they're not blue now.
There's no longer the green disgusting stuff. It's all ice.
they're normal color.
Yeah. Yeah, last time we were up here, was it all algae?
Yes.
It always is.
Okay, one thing we wanted to share is right above our heads, coming in for landing.
It's so weird. It's like drifting.
Yeah. It's so weird how they go. It does. It looks weird when they go so slow when they come in for landing. It looks like they're just going to fall.
Yeah.
It's like they're suspended in the air. But anyway, one thing that we've kind of decided about moving is, here's the thing. Megan's going to be going to college in this region.
Oh, yeah.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Most likely Megan's going to be going to college
In the Wisconsin,
Minnesota area. So we've kind of decided that, you know, originally we had talked about how we would have liked to move to be closer to Andrew. But now I think that we are of the mind that it would be better for us to be closer to Megan than Andrew. And then the other thing that especially Ben and I agree is we'd love to move closer to this airport. Just because we definitely do want to travel more and we want to travel as much as possible. And the Minneapolis airport, and I've said this before and you'll find this in the articles about it and everything, is one of the best airports in the United States. And two things. One, I would just like to be closer to this airport because then it makes traveling easier instead of having to drive 2 hours from our house. But also, I really don't want to trade this airport. I don't want to trade this airport for another airport. We've been to a lot of airports.
I really like and I'm familiar with this airport, and just other airports just...
They're not as nice.
They're not as nice. This one's really nice, and we know our way around.
Yeah. It's a really nice airport. And the other thing is, the positioning of the Minneapolis airport being kind of in the center of the United States, there are non-stop flights on Delta to Europe and to Asia from this airport. You can fly directly to Tokyo or London or Amsterdam or Paris from this airport non-stop. And there's not a lot of...
Tokyo.
Yeah.
There's no key.
Sorry. Megan's correcting me on my Japanese pronunciation. But I mean, those are places we really want to go. Those are high priorities for us. And so to be close to an airport that affords us that opportunity to be able to fly to all those places without having to change planes and have layovers and stuff is really nice. And so we really kind of have settled on wanting to stay in this region. One bummer is the housing market up here in the Twin Cities, even on the border cities of Wisconsin and Minnesota, is really expensive.
Yeah.
It's very expensive, the housing up here. There's obviously a lot more housing options for rentals up here than there are where we live, but it's out of our budget, honestly. So we're still not completely sure what the future holds with moving, but that's kind of where we're at with our thinking right now. Something we were just noticing, or I was just noticing and sharing with Megan, and that, you know, she knows what I'm saying, is, you know how when we went out east this past summer and we were in anywhere at all, but
yeah,
especially when we were near a big city, and I was so tense and stressed out driving, and I just was really anxious and hated it so much. Okay, I'm in a big city now, a big metropolitan area, and there's people, you know, passing me and turning in front of me and everything, and I just noticed my body right now and my brain, I'm completely, totally relaxed. I'm like basically steering with one finger. I mean, I have the cruise on, you know, I'm not tense at all. And we were thinking, like, what's the difference? And Megan said,
I have no idea.
you said that it's because I know these roads.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, except that guy.
Yeah. Okay, I know these roads, and we realized what it is. Okay, first of all, like, I knew that my exit was coming right now. and I could anticipate that. I don't have to like stress myself out, like be watching for signs, like, okay, where do we have to go? And be combining, you know, trying to find my way around an area I'm not familiar with worrying about the behavior of other drivers. Also, people drive pretty nice here. You know, they're pretty polite and respectful and space themselves out and use their blinker and things like that. Now right here, I got a tight little thing here. But look at, this guy got out of my way, and so did the one behind me. How nice is that? They both moved over so I could get in there. And you won't find that everywhere. And, you know, people don't tend to tailgate here. Now, it's a Sunday. There's a good amount of traffic. But it's evenly spaced, it's smoothly flowing. But even Ben said, even rush hour, because we kind of hit a little bit of rush hour coming up here, isn't that horrible. Now I will say, if I'm taking Interstate 94 straight through downtown St. Paul and Minneapolis, if you hit that at the wrong time, that can get pretty bumper to bumper and even stand still if like there's construction or something. And I will get a little tense in that, but I still don't get as tense driving up here at all. And I think it's because of my familiarity with the roads. And I know exactly where I'm going. I have an expectation of what the behavior of other drivers is going to be like. You know, and so I'm just not tense and I'm not anxious. And Megan was saying that it goes with my thing about I'm such a planner. I'm such a planner and I like to know what to expect. And when I'm driving in an unfamiliar place, hold on, the traffic got heavier. When I'm driving in an unfamiliar place, I'm always worrying about what's coming. Is there going to be a hill? Is there going to be a big curve? Is there going to be an exit I have to take suddenly? Is there going to be a big, giant, scary suspension bridge that I have to go over any minute? You know, is everybody going to suddenly slam on their brakes for some reason that I'm not aware of? I don't have that problem here because I know everything. You know, I know where everything is here and what's coming around the next corner. And so I'm not freaking out about it. And so, do you guys find that to be true? Like, do you find yourself having a more difficult time driving in an unfamiliar area in traffic because of these things that I'm talking about? I'm just curious about that. But I just really noticed this morning how much more relaxed I feel driving up here and how much more chill I am in this traffic. I mean, even though there's a lot of traffic, it just isn't stressing me out at all. And that's why. So, what do you guys think? All right, we just got home. It's 12:15. The kids are bringing in the suitcases from the car. Now the problem with when there's snow is they have to carry them. They don't want to roll them because then they'll get snow all over them. We stopped and got Culver's, and we always put their custard was in there. And we always put those we always put those in the fridge right away so they don't melt before they can eat them. And then one thing we like about this house is that we have radiators, and then we always set our food on the radiator until we can get situated so it doesn't get cold. And I just turned the heat up because it was turned down because we were gone. All right, since it's lunchtime and we're gonna eat right now, I'm just gonna move the suitcases over to the stairs. Now, one thing we are very good about is we always unpack immediately. Even if we get home at midnight, we unpack right away. But I mean, by right away, I mean, we'll be unpacking today, but it might be a little later this afternoon. So, but for right now, I'm just gonna put these over here so they're out of the way. And we remember that they need to go upstairs. Megan and I are on season 3 of Friends, and I've already renewed this twice, and they will not let you renew it more than twice. So I have to get this back to the library on Tuesday, and today's Sunday, and we still have like 8 episodes left to watch. So we're holding off on watching some of our other regular shows on streaming because we've got to get this finished. Season 4 is already waiting for me, and I have to pick that up before my hold time ends. I think what happened was I got this one too soon when we still had quite a bit of season 2 left to watch. And so we didn't start it right away when we got it checked out, and yeah, we ran out of time. All right, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. We had lunch. Megan and I watched 2 episodes of Friends from season 3, and we got the laundry started. So basically Megan brought down the basket of dirty laundry, and we added to it our clothes from our little getaway out of our suitcases, and now the suitcases weigh basically nothing. And so then it's easier to take them upstairs. We'll probably put away the last few things that are in our suitcases when we go up to bed tonight. All that we really have in there now is like a book and our toiletry bags, so they're pretty empty. Spent some time getting caught up on a few things on my computer, email, putting in receipts for the little bit that I spent when we were gone, basically just 2 meals, and I bought some gas, and the hotel, and just catching up on a few things on my computer. And now I'm getting ready to do the first part of what I would do with the footage that I took whenever we go on a trip. Here's my little electronics gear bag, and it's kind of a mess right now because I just kind of threw everything in here. I usually am more organized than this. Right on top here is our 3 phone chargers, which are going to go back over here in their little basket where they live when we're not charging our phones. All right, and then I keep in here, this is an extra cord. Always keep like lens wipes that we use to like wipe down our devices and screens and stuff. And then, okay, the first thing I want to do is get any footage and pictures and video I took off of devices onto my computer. This is the charger for my camera battery. This is my camera, and we did use this, so I'll show you how I get the stuff off of there. These are 2 portable chargers. This is a little bottom for a tripod. I did not use the GoPro at all on this trip, so that's just going to stay there. And then I have a lot of stuff to get off of my phone, which I'm filming with right now. I get everything off of these devices first, and then the next thing I would do is charge everything. So if I'd use the GoPro, I would charge the GoPro. I will charge the camera battery. I would recharge the portable chargers. And I would, well, I charge my phone every day anyway, so that's just gonna, you know, I do that no matter what. So, but first I have to get everything off of these. So my phone and the Canon camera. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get the stuff off of the camera. Okay, so this is our little Canon camera. And in the bottom here, This slides open. And then there's two things in here. There's the SD card and the battery. The SD card just pops out. You press it and then it pops out. Okay, and I have a 128 gigabyte SD card for this camera. It can hold a lot. Okay, and then the battery, I have to click this little switch and then the battery pops out. Okay. Now, I probably don't have to charge the battery right now. I prefer to do it after every trip just so I don't forget, because I have had the camera battery die on me before. So then I take this, see, this came with the camera. It's a Canon charger. And you gotta put the metal together. It snaps in there. And then it has a little fold-down plug in the back. And then you just plug it in. Oh, and it's already saying it's green. So, wait, does green mean it's charging or it's good? It may not need to charge. We may not have used it enough. Shoot, I can't remember. I can't remember if green is just when it's charging or green is when it's full. I think green is when it's charging and then it turns itself off. The light goes off, I think. I do not have an SD slot in my computer. I do have a DVD drive. So I had to get this little guy. Okay, Anchor's a good brand if you want for technology. And this little guy can hold a regular size SD card or a micro SD card. Okay, so he's good for both. The SD card in there just kind of slides in there. Sorry for my finger. And then I can plug this into just a regular port. Okay, hear my computer beeping. And the computer just said it recognized the little drive thing. Okay, first thing, I got my screen recorder going so that I can show you what I'm doing on my computer. And I'm going to open my file explorer. And I'm going into that little SD drive, and in the DCIM, oh, and this might be, okay, that's empty. These might be old. This is the new one. Okay. All right, so I can see here I've got 4 JPEGs, so those are photos, and 1 MP4, so only 1 video. Okay, so I'm actually going to delete these. That's from September and October. I'm going to delete those and get them off of there. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is go into my pictures file. And I'm going to make a new, I'm very organized with my files, my folders. I'm going to make a new folder, and I do my photo folders. So now I've made a new folder. And then I can put all the pictures we took from this weekend onto there. All right, so then I go back into here, and I'm going to take just the pictures. So now I take them off of there, go back to my pictures, find that folder, and put them in there. They're pretty dark, but I'll look at those later. And then I go back, and I'm going to get that video. So I'm taking these media files off of the SD card from the camera and moving them onto my computer, and then these are going in my video file. Okay. And video takes some time to transfer. Okay, so there it is. There was just the one video file. Okay, so now that I have taken everything off this SD card, I can take this out. I can take the SD card out of it. Focus. There we go. And then I will put the SD card back in the camera. Wrong way. And it just pops in there and it snaps into place. And then once the battery's done charging, I will put the battery down in here, and then I will put the camera back in its little case, and then we're done with the camera until the next time we use it. All right, now with my phone, I just plug my phone into the computer with a cord, and see there my phone popped up. And it definitely filled up quite a bit of my phone. Okay. So I clear everything off my phone in the camera every time I use it, basically. I don't keep a lot of stuff on my phone. The only thing I really keep on there is a couple pictures of my kids, like just in case I got separated from them, and I keep copies of our vaccine cards. Otherwise, I'm a purger. Every time I'm done with something, I get it off of there. I upload all of my photos to Shutterfly, and everything else is going to my computer until I don't need it anymore. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go through here and find all the pictures. So everything that says it's a JPEG, I'm going to take off first. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta check something. Before I take anything off my phone, I don't think I took any more. Yep, I took one photo today. Last night I uploaded all my photos to Shutterfly that I took yesterday, but I took one photo today, so I'm uploading that right now to Shutterfly, and that'll only take a few seconds. It's directly from the phone. So when we travel, every night, I upload every picture I took that day to Shutterfly immediately, so I don't lose it and I don't forget to do it. Okay. All right, so I have all the pictures. So I'm going to cut those from the phone. Go to pictures. And then I'm going to put them all in my photo folder for that date. Oh, dang it. All right, there it goes. Yeah. I don't know. It was being weird. It was being finicky. Okay, so now all the pictures. I didn't take a ton of pictures. I mainly took pictures to use as thumbnails for the YouTube videos. Okay, so those are all transferred. So now I have, these are the pictures I took on our little one-night getaway, plus one I took at home after it snowed. Okay, now I go back to my camera, or my phone, and now I need to move all this video. Sometimes I leave some pictures on my phone if they're things that I'm going to want to Instagram later. I did do a couple Instagram stories, but I didn't have very much. So if it's a big trip, I might post photos on Instagram over a longer period of time. Now, I'm not going to move all these at once because video files are big. Okay, so now I'm in my video file, and you'll see this is going to take a while. Video files are very big. They take up a lot of space and a lot of memory on whatever device you record them on. And as you can see, it's going to take, so that was only about maybe half of them of the video that I took, and it's going to take 21 minutes to transfer them from my phone to my computer. So I'll come back to you after I do this. All right, and 100 years later, or rather about an hour, it took to transfer all of these videos from my phone and then just the one video from the camera to my computer. So we have 40 to 45 videos here. So there's 40 to 45 videos. You can see I've got some extra stuff. This is my end screen. These are some things I use, my subscribe and my Universal Yums thing. So those are some extras. But from these, we're going to have, let's see. So then the next thing I have to do. All right. So now that I have all of the video transferred to my computer, the next thing I have to do is figure out What videos am I making from this? Now, when I'm traveling, I have a vision in my mind. I kind of know what videos I'm making from this and a general idea of what I want to capture and things like that. But it's very different to make a vlog, especially when you're out and about somewhere, than it is to make a video at home where you're just like either a home vlog where you're going through your day and just showing things that happen, or a video where I'm sitting and talking to the camera just to share information with you. And one thing that I want to say right up front that is a common misconception I think that people have is sometimes travel vloggers like me and some other people who I've seen have had this issue will get comments on our videos from people complaining, why didn't you put this video up right away? Why don't you put this video up? It was 2 months ago. What good does this do me now? Or, stuff like that. Why don't you put all the vlogs up right away? Okay. 2 things about that. First of all, those people obviously do not have any understanding of how long it takes to produce a video. Okay? It's much more difficult to make a travel vlog, a good quality travel vlog with all the editing and everything that's involved, than it is to make certain other types of video. And I'm going to come back to that. And then the second thing is, we don't travel every single day. Like this year, I figured out, I'm going to be talking about this in an upcoming video when I review our 2021 travels. We traveled 6 months of the year. In 6 different months, we went somewhere, at least for one night. And we took 3 longer trips. Okay? Someday, maybe I'll be lucky enough to be one of those vloggers who gets to travel every single month of the year, or even 9 months of the year or whatever, or take 4 to 6 longer trips a year. I'm not in a financial position to be able to do that right now, and a lot of travel vloggers aren't. So you need to understand that we don't have enough content for you to have it all go up at once. Because what would happen if we did that, even if that was physically possible to make the videos that fast, to produce them that fast, if we put all the vlogs up as soon as we filmed them, which is impossible because it takes too long to make them and upload them. But if we could do that, great. So now you get 6 videos in one day, and then you're not going to have anything for 3 months. Do you see the problem? We need to space the videos out at regular intervals so you have a reason to come back and watch. So you have a video to look forward to next week. There's not just huge gaps in the content that we produce. So you need to remember that when travel vloggers aren't traveling, some are, but not all of us are traveling all the time. And some of us don't want to work while we're traveling. The filming is enough to deal with. I don't have a laptop. So I have a desktop computer. So I can't take a computer with me and edit it and produce it while I'm on the road. I'm not going to do that. You're always going to be waiting for me to come back and get everything done at home, which takes time before any of those videos are going to go up. Okay, but some vloggers do. They take their laptop with them and they're editing and making the videos and uploading them from the road. But like Ben pointed out, that can be really tricky with just like upload speed and security of the internet, and then you got to have a VPN, and there's a whole bunch of issues with trying to upload while you're traveling that a lot of people don't think about. So that content thing, you need to keep that in mind, and remember that you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want them to upload everything all at once, and then you have months-long gap where they don't upload anything at all. Would you? I wouldn't. I appreciate that the other travel vloggers that I watch space it out at regular intervals, so you always have a new video to look forward to. And then the quality of their video is going to be better. But going back to that, why it takes longer to produce a travel vlog than it does to produce a video like, okay, take for example, Tony from Lolita Loca films a video every single day. And he films a video at home every single day from his home studio, unless he's on a cruise. But even then, he's going to do pretty quick videos when he's on a cruise just to get them up as quick as he can. And take, for example, my son Ben's channel. Now, he's not filming himself. He's not filming things in real life. He's filming things in a gaming platform But when he films from, for the most part, from beginning to end in one shot. And it's going to be one video. And then he's going to put it in his editing software, and he's going to edit it. He's going to cut things, and he's going to add effects, and he's going to, you know, do things with the sound and things like that. But he's just taking one chunk of video. I just showed you, I have 45 video clips here. I've got to figure out which ones are going to go in which video. I've got to figure out, I mean, they're in order basically, but when I'm taking them from multiple devices, which a lot of travel vloggers are, now say we were at, you know, a theme park, and I'm filming with my phone, and Megan's filming with the Canon camera, and Ben's filming with the GoPro. That can happen sometimes. And then I've got to take the different footage from those 3 devices and figure out what order they have to go in, and where were we when we were filming this, and who, you know, when was this filming, and I got to figure it all out and put it together like a puzzle. And so I have multiple video clips that I have to figure out how to fit together in what order, and then I have to go through and edit it all and make it, you know, have good transitions, and if I have to add music, and if I have to do voiceover, and all of those other steps. So it's a lot more complicated to film and produce and edit a travel video than it is to do other kinds of videos. So please keep that in mind and understand that those 2 reasons, the additional time and effort it takes to make a travel video and wanting to have a continuous amount of content to give to you over time, is why travel vlogs don't go up instantly as soon as we take the trip. All right, so the next thing I have to do is I have to take all this video footage. Now, this was a 1-night trip, 1 night. It was less than 24 hours. We left at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and we were home at noon today. And now it's 3 o'clock today, so it's 24 hours after we left, and I've now got 40 to 45 things of video that I need to figure out. That's in 24 hours, less than 24 hours. So you can imagine how much video I have when we go on a 10-day trip. Okay? It's a huge quantity of video that I have to sort through and figure out what's good. Oh, this was just a clip I didn't mean to record. I can delete that. What order these have to go to, and how many videos am I actually getting out of this? Okay, so it's a lot. This first thing I have to do now is I have to look at these clips, and I have to figure out how many videos, how many separate YouTube videos am I making from this content. Okay, so I'm making a video about Christmas in color. I'm making a video about nature illuminated. These were 2 Christmas lights events that we went to. I'm making a room tour and review of the hotel room we stayed in. And I'm also making this video for you. This video that I'm still filming right now. Some of it is already on the computer. The rest I'm going to have to add later once I finish making this video. So there's still going to be more coming. So let's say I have 50 clips, 50 video clips. I'm making 4 videos out of all those clips. So I have to figure out which of those video clips are going with which video, and then I have to edit them all. And so this is going to take me days or weeks to do. And these videos are going to go up, you know, over time. By the time this video goes up that I'm making right now, the other 3 will already have gone up and you will have seen them. And this video is going to go up after that. I don't know how long they are. I don't know, you know, how, I mean, I'll have an idea in my head of how am I going to start them? How am I going to end them? What all am I going to need to do? I don't know any of that until I take these clips and I put them into my editing software program, and then I start doing the whole editing process and rearranging and puzzling together and all of that. So it's a whole big process. So whenever you watch a YouTube video, especially if it's something that's like a vlog or something where they are doing footage out and about for you and not just at home like this, you need to remember all of the things that are involved and how much time that takes. I mean, it took me literally just an hour to transfer the videos from my phone to my computer. So, and that was only with these 40-some video clips. When I'm going to have to upload these videos, that depends a lot on internet speed and internet and broadband demand. So depending on the time of day, how many people are using devices in our house, how many people are using devices around us in our neighborhood, and the fact that I think we don't have the greatest broadband quality in our community, a 10-minute video for me can take like 45 minutes to upload. An hour-long vlog will take all night. The last hour-long vlog I posted for you guys, which was a winter day in Wisconsin, I started that uploading the finished video to YouTube, at like 10 o'clock at night before I went to bed. And when I came down the next morning at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, it wasn't done yet. It had 15 minutes to go. And that was during the night when nobody should really, there shouldn't really be a lot of broadband traffic. So just keep that in mind too. Uploads take a long time. And, we have the best internet I can pay for that I can afford. We have pretty good internet, but you got to remember too, like, there's 3 of us in this house. The kids are doing school from home. We have a lot of stuff going on. We're often using at least 3 computers at once, maybe our phones, things like that. It's a lot of strain on the internet. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video showing you something I don't think anybody's ever showed you before. There's a lot of videos out there about packing or planning for a trip, or what happens before you go on a trip, or when you're going to leave for a trip. But I don't think I've ever seen a video where people talk about what happens at the end of a trip. What happens at the end of a trip? What happens when you go home? What happens once you get home? What do you do? And I'm sure this is a little different for everybody, but I just thought it would be fun to show you guys what we do. If it's a bigger trip too, the process is still the same. It's just going to take a little longer. We come home. The biggest thing always is unpacking, which we're very speedy packers and unpackers. We're very speedy and efficient. All we need to know the weather and some basic key things, and we're pretty good at packing and unpacking efficiently. But then it's the laundry. Whenever you come back from a trip, there's going to be a lot of laundry. You want to get that started right away, because especially if it was a longer trip, I don't know about you guys, but we run out of clothes. So we might not have anything to wear the next day if we don't get the laundry done right away. So Megan's already got the laundry started, and then it's catching up with things, while you were gone. Like if we were gone for an extended period of time, I would have had the mail on hold. So then the mail will all come and I'll have to go through all of that. Putting in all the receipts. I save all my receipts, and sometimes they're electronic, but I sit down whenever we get home from a trip, like right away. And I did that before I filmed this part of the video. And I put in everything I spent. What did I use my credit card for? Everything that I paid for, everything that I bought, I put all of that into my Quicken and get that all done. And that's how I can help keep track of my expenses, so that I can make those videos for you like I've made in the past, telling you how much we spent on a trip. Catching up on other things at home, like your email. And then once I've got all of that stuff done and we're kind of settled back in at home, then I start doing the process of going through all the video and editing everything and making actual videos, and then putting those up over the next period of weeks or months usually. That's the whole process of what it's like for us when we come back from a trip. And I hope that that was interesting to you. And I hope that it gives you a better understanding of what it's like for a travel-related YouTube creator and the process of filming, producing, and making the videos that you see on a travel YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining me for this video. I really appreciate your support. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Have a great day, everyone, and safe travels.